we've got like you know when people fight or they get into fights or whatever.
No.
Okay, well, just imagine you did, right? We've just had the Cricket World Cup, right? We've had like Indians and Pakistanis fighting, yeah, which this is just stupidness. It's a cricket game. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Like, listen.
Like,
it's not a cricket game. It's not, is it? It's not, is it? It's war. Right? No, I understand what you mean. I do understand what you mean.
Like, for you, when you see people fighting or getting into this kind of violence, when you see the reasons for it, do you think like you lot are just stupid, or do you understand?
Because I see the other half.
What's your perspective on that kind of violence?
I've got a lot of people that I suppose would be classed as mine. Yeah, my little umbrella of mine. And I see the half of the wives when their husbands are in prison, and the kids, the losing the mortgage, the house, the car, the private school. I see it all over a 10-second flare-up where they're going bang, 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 or football violence, you know. So I'm a little bit more romantic than the average man in my position. The average man in my position is an awful lot younger than me. They're an awful lot more Neanderthal, and you know. So, but I hurt for them. I hurt for them. I do think it's a bit silly, but I have been that age myself.
Yeah.
And I didn't listen to any 50-odd-year-old bald blokes telling me how to conduct my life when he had a nicer car than I have, and a little villa in Tenerife, and you're trying to tell him crime don't pay, and you're not competing against the Sherlock Holmes policeman anymore as a criminal. You're trying to beat technology, and you can't do that.
You can't, can you?
You can't do that, right? The worst day for British crime, hear me with this, was when the Berlin Wall fell down, and then England had a 50 million zillion pounds worth of high-tech bugging equipment and no more Russians to spy on. And they brought it all home, and now all the police stations have got it, and their normal budget wouldn't have allowed them to have this high-tech stuff. But now, they just bug your house, your phone and your car for 2 years. And I don't care who you are, you could be Mother Teresa. If they bugged your house, your phone and your car for 2 years, they'd find something to you with. Right? That's the truth. And you're trying to beat technology. I've got people in prison that I've been to visit who went, Dave, I'm checking behind me to make sure I weren't being followed, and they took a picture of him from the moon. They got a satellite.
No way.
They got a satellite picture of him, his car, Tom, and his phone said he was within 10 foot. He said, Dave, I was looking over my shoulder, making sure I was safe, and I've got 10 years because they took a picture of me from the moon. So you can't beat that. So today's not the time to be a gangster. Hear me with that. Right? Hear me with that.
That's the realest talk. Right? Today is not the time.
The time to be a gangster. Wrong era. Hear me. Right, they're building 27 new prisons in this country. Right? They're not building 27 new factories to go and put everyone to work. They're building 27 new prisons because they know there's a lot of people out there on this gangster tip, right? And that's what they're building them for. Don't do it.
So you're saying it's out of fashion to be a gangster?
I'm saying wrong era, mate. You've missed it. Lovely and romantic on TV and in tunes, but in reality, crime is only glamorous on the big screen and in books. In reality, it ain't. Right? And anyone who's telling you crime pays, it does pay until the day you get caught. And on the day you get caught, then you realise it don't. I hope you've got a good memory to remember all them good times you had when you were selling your bit of gear, because you spend the rest of your life in prison, your kids are fatherless, your missus is now getting, you know, it all goes very, very wrong. Then ask them why they're in there, you know. Especially if it's worse if you're in a little prison cell in Morocco. Ask the poor little blonde pretty boy that's been 8 years in Morocco for just smuggling a boatload of stuff, you know what I mean? Does crime pay? Right? It don't.
Crime doesn't pay.
No, crime don't pay. And I'll say that quite, I'm not trying to say I'm a do-gooder. I'm saying I can't be what my dad was, and you can't be what I was, right? Different era. There's, you know, I remember someone, there was no cameras on the street. Imagine how you could drive then, or when a copper stopped and said, what's your name? You could go, Charlie Farnsbarnes. Right, and you had to go, right, Mr. Farnsbarnes, you got your licence? No. You know, now before they stop it, they got your name, address, your MOT, your insurance company. You know, it's a different era. You can't do that no more. And the day of the gangster is now finished. You know, there's some good songs about it, great films, but
it's time to move on.
You know that. You know, there's people now in the stock exchange with silly haircuts and pinstripe suits nicking more money on that computer thing than any bald-headed, flat-nosed gangster ever robbed anywhere. Over here, right, now listen, let me tell you about automatics and revolvers, right? See this? That's a revolver and an automatic, right? Now this one can fit in 12 shots, it can go a lot further than this and a lot more accurate at faster rate, but it's an automatic. Great gun, but it can jam. And there is no time in a criminal's life where you can afford to go, right? No time, right? And the very first time it does that to you is the time you end up getting shot or going to prison. So why buy something that could jam when you can buy something that don't? Right? Now this has only got 6 shots, right? A revolver, but every time you pull that trigger, something very hot and sharp will come flying out the end every time. Right? So I would rather have a dead certain 6. Right? I'd rather have a dead certain 6 shots than a possible 18. Right? And here's another little fact for you. Right? When you see the black guys on the old television, yeah, all doing that, it's not just they're being flash. What it is this. An automatic, why it jams is you load a magazine with a spring underneath it, and it pushes the bullets up, which is going anti-gravity, into this chamber. And then you go bang, the shell comes out there, and the spring pushes another one up, right? Well, when the spring jams, the gun jams. So if you held the gun like that, even if the spring jammed, the bullet would fall into the chamber. It would still work. You understand what I mean? It would still actually work, even if the...
Clever.
Well, that's not clever, it's just common sense. You can do it like that and it might jam, or do it like that and it won't. You understand? Yeah, so that's why they do that. It's not because because everyone knows the gun's meant to do that, right? Not that. But if you've got an automatic, holding it upside down will make it jam less. There's a little...
You learn something every day.
Money-saving tip from McDonald's there for you, right?
A gangster now should do something else. Hence, you like the way I did that, innit? You do, innit? Come on.
I find it quite corny, but he's doing it because he's a professional.
That's not bad, no. But
hence, I'm now making movies, right?
And books?
And books. I've got 7 books out. I've got a new book coming out, and so has my wife. I've got a 3-film deal in LA, which I'm hopefully signing in the next 4 weeks. Where I'm doing.
I'm going to be playing the corner.
Oh, listen, it's not comedy. It's not comedy. It's not comedy. All right, but a new film I've got out in this country at the moment is Thugs, Mugs and Dogs. It's a comedy gangster. I've got my own one, Hell to Pay. I've got an album coming out which is called Dave Courtney's London Sound, where everyone in all the different music genres have given a little big up to Dave Courtney, you know, which I'm selling myself in America at the moment, which is a lot easier than doing it here, as they can't glamorise crime and all that. But in America, I'm looked at different. You know, if I could bottle a fart, they'd have bought it out there, right? They'd have bought it out there, and the fact that my roots are, my wife is West Indian, and my friends are yourself.
I was going to say, you've got to... You know,
I've got to tell you, listen, I've done a video of this, man, the tune. This.
I was just going to say, what is the best gangster rap tune you've ever heard?
Oh, that's strong in it. That is strong. I can't actually answer, but I'm proud. I am very proud of that little bit of work that he's done with his one. I'm very proud of that. That was called My Neighbours.
Thank you for having me.
My neighbours, and couldn't get their head round it, like loads of dodgy-looking Asian guys running up and down the road with guns and all that.
It was a good day.
It was a wicked day, yeah. We got stopped by the police. Have you told them that?
No, I haven't. The police...
While doing the filming.
We were filming in Plumstead, and Dave had a gun in his hand, and someone called the police and said that there's a guy in 2 Jeeps waving a gun. Police come, blocked us in. I thought I'm going...
Did not get out of the car, looked, and I went, hello, Gov. He went, hello, Dave.
I thought I'm going to Guantanamo Bay. Police come right up to the car, see Dave, and said, oh, it's Dave, sorry. Sorry. The cameraman was swearing, he's going, bruv, if this was me, I'm going jail. And after 5 minutes, the police talk to Dave and say, could you do us a favour, please, and
find a quieter road.
Unbelievable. That is unbelievable. But Dave, I want to say thank you for having us.
No, thank you.
Your house is full of wonderful things. I've been there many a times, but...
Too many times. He's like a sitting tenant.
Do you know what I mean?
When I bought the place, he was sitting there drinking tenants, so he won't go.
But now we're going to check out the crib as it was, house, and just take it from there.
Welcome to my crib. Have a look.
Yeah! SHIZZIO! Rock swayer, baby! Ha ha! Who wants some? You want some? Ha! Come get some! Simple. I came in the game just to close on my back, no ice, no chain. Few years later, they all know my name. I would scream it out loud, but I ain't that vain. I don't want fame, I ain't that lame. All I want is pleasure from pain. from dream, measure my game. Go so far when I tell her my name. Tell her my aim, I just wanna fling. I swear down cause she's on this thing. Funny how they change when they see little bling. Saying can I hear her out cause she thinks she can sing. Go right ahead but you can't hold a note. What did she say if she thinks that I'm broke? Doubt that very much, still I won't choke. In it for the kill so I'm game for the throw. Smile on your face but I'm far from a joke. You're out of your league like a capsized boat. Come get some. Come get some.